Physicians and space engineers. And boy, did we have some fun last time. And those little buggers, they ambushed us, but we got them. Now, we need to go get their supplies. We need to get that thing stripped down and salvaged so we can start our base. Now, I know that we've got, let's see, looks like Space Pirate Beacon is still in play. And right when I was loading up, I noticed that unknown signal on the right, well, it wasn't an unknown signal, it was like MTT something or other, distress call. That's still there too, but we're not going to worry about that. Now, here's the real trick. We have 50% hydrogen here. Now, do we want to risk it and try to fly out there and use up what little hydrogen we have? That's the question. Now, we do have some ice, so maybe we should get the ice out of the box that we are saving it and see about getting that ice in there and see how much hydrogen it gives us, which might be a good idea. Let's do that first. Also, we do need to eat some food and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop inside here. We're going to drop the ice off in here. Okay, I also do not want that other tank. I think it's off. But I also don't want the hydrogen tank. I want to be solely on our hydrogen tank, so let's turn that off too. And that way we got the that hydrogen tank is turned off. And then that's a small one on board. We want that. Okay, why is that? Okay, so we want this one and this one's full. Okay, I don't remember. Oh, that's a small hydrogen tank. Okay. We want those set up. And then we got, yeah, meteor storm, don't care. We got guns. And let's see here. Where's the other hydrogen tank here? Oh, it's a lab hydrogen tank. That's right. Okay, and that one's filling up. So let's see just how well that works. We're going to go ahead and drop this in there. It'll probably get sucked in. Let's see how much that goes, because I don't want to... Well, let's have some food paste while we're talking. God, well, wish I would have had my coffee, but Charybdis ate my coffee. It's like, dude, why? So what I think I want to do is we're going to... Yeah, we're at 63% now. I don't know if we're going to get enough to really bring it up very high, and I know it takes 25% to go out that far and 25% to get back. And we only have enough for probably a half a refill in the base, considering how much it took the last time. I hate to say it, but we may have to just make multiple trips. Yeah, because I don't know that we have enough fuel. Unless we have an ice source somewhere, or there's fuel available, I don't know we're going to be able to do it. So I think to be on the safe side, first of all, how do I not have a weapon? I don't have a weapon. How do I not have a weapon? Now I'm confused. Oh, that's right, because they took my weapon. Stupid. Alright, no problem. Now we have a weapon. Gotta be armed. There's pirates around here. Alright, let's go back to our salvage location and load up on some materials. We want to salvage as much as we can because we are not claiming any grid. So when we find salvage like this, we got only as much time as it's there before it despawns. And we also probably don't want to wipe out the power source because Clang has been known to be mean about that sort of thing. So let's see here. Alright, let's see. I'm just checking some stuff. My sinuses have been kind of a problem for me today, so bear with me, guys. I know yesterday I was goopy as hell. And I know it's a little bit earlier than I usually go, but that's because today is... Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Today's my day off from my work that I do to pay most of my bills, which is good, if not all the bills. So yeah, let's see here. All right, good. It hasn't. I'm curious as to whether this proves the point that I was thinking, which is the timer on the despawning. Wait. 1, 2, there's 4. Why did I think there was less than that? Alright. Oh yeah, that was garden. That was home. Cargo. And this was the drone, which I'm curious if it's still there or if it's gone. Is it still there? Yep, it sure is right there. Alright, cool. Alright, so the drone is still here. That's really cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab. Even though I'm grabbing these things because even though we're not using those thrusters, we can still utilize the components in them and be able to break that up. So I'm not too worried about the steel plates because, you know, the steel plates are, you know, no big deal. I can get more of them by grinding down the actual habitats than I can doing a small grid. But what I am after are the other components, you see? Right now we don't exactly have an unlimited amount of ores or anything like that at the moment, so every little bit counts. Although it really surprises me that this thing doesn't have more heavy armor on it, given what it is. Alright, now did I see... I thought I saw something fall down here. Yeah, that, right there. Oh, come on. I want that right there. Okay, so, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let Charybdis have it. Alright, Charybdis, are you hungry, man? Maybe if I feed you, you'll do something nice for me later, I don't know. There they go. Bye-bye. Okay. Now let's go get this other stuff over here. Now, alright. Well, that's complicated. I see, like, I can get these plates and these things, and it's a lot better. Okay, that is got... Okay, so we got an hour and a half on this. Oh, that's great. Okay. So we're going to leave that where it's at right now. Let's take all these. Okay, that's crazy. It always amazes me when stuff just sits there because it's all already in that mode. Gotta be mindful of that way. Alright, let's see here. We got that, we got that. We're getting toasted by the sun, but that's okay. Let's zip over here and get this. We could always use a solar panel. And we'll take these. Okay.
Energy low.
Alright, we're back in here again. Oops, that's right, I forgot. We tilt. Not cool. And I really shouldn't have grabbed all those tools. I'm still kicking myself, but that's okay. We got good tools. I think we're actually full. No, we got enough room for more. I'm thinking. Are we? No, we got room. Okay, I'm confused. There we go. Alright, we got that. I don't know. Let's see, what do we got in here? I don't remember what was in here. Oh, nickel. Yeah, let's grab that. Only 600 of that, that's fine. Alright, let's head back. I'm trying to figure out which direction is back. Alright, there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do with these parts is I want to fill up the containers within our wreck first, and then everything else we can get, we'll fill up the containers in the ship, because that's going to move us over to the actual location where we're going to build our research lab. This is a great opportunity for us to get a lot of good equipment that we're going to need. Well, I got distracted by a rock over there to the right. It started flashing like, oops. Okay, it really drives me crazy, guys, that if I'm not like burning the fuel to get over there, I'm gonna like fall into the hole. It's so crazy. Alright, so we're gonna get in there. There's that derelict. Alright, let's get down, over, under, and around. And then down.
Energy critical.
Oh yeah, good timing. Alright, let's go ahead and get a recharge real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop all this off in here. Before I do that though, actually no, let's do that first. Alright, we'll get that set. I'll fill this one up too. And then I think what I want to do on this, oh good, we got some ammo. Nice. I think what I want to do is I want to go to disassembly, and I'm going to set this up with 100. That way all those get broken down because we're not going to use them. So we might as well have the components for it. Yeah, so we're good. We're really golden on that. And so yeah, let's see here. We've got 14 over here. So we got another about 1,000 more we can put in there. We got about 3,000, about 2,300 on there. So a total of 33 plus there. So that's gonna be 34. Plus there is gonna be about 37. Or no, wait, no, that's gonna be like 9. Yeah, it's about 9,500 volume. So we've got enough to be able to get a good chunk in there before we start going over to the actual ship. So that's really good. We'll be able to stockpile quite a bit over there. Hopefully this is gonna go really smoothly, and then we can get this thing without any more surprises. It really sucked that these guys booby-trapped it, but you know what? We got it. We did it, guys. We did it. I'm hoping that those other pirates, since these guys weren't pirates, they probably didn't even notice we're there. I'm pretty sure that once they notice, they're going to have a few problems for us. But you know what? That's fine. Let them come. Okay, get in here, and we need to, I want to go to the other facility too, but I don't know that there's, we'll have to see what's in the containers first. Alright, so let's, where's our entry point on this one here? Well, actually, let's just use this. Why not? We need it. Alright. Oh, we'll go back in this one then. That's okay. We'll just get back in here and start grabbing stuff. grab a bunch of the nickel. Wow, it's going to take forever to get that out of there. Dude, wow. Okay. Okay. That was a very short trip. I wonder if the ores are more important or the components are. Well, we'll do our best. Actually, I think probably components might be a little bit better. Simply because we have silicone, but we don't have any iron to go with the nickel. Maybe we'll rip through a few of the other ones and then come back to this to top it off. That might be a smart way to go. Because the components will provide us with more building capabilities before we find any other types of ores. I mean, all we found is like just silicone and gold, and that's it so far. I mean, there are a lot of rocks around here to check out, but so let's see here. Okay. And over we go. All right. Zip in here. Let's go ahead and put you in there. Okay, that's full. All right. And back we go again. Back and forth, that's the way we go. Sucks though. But it looks like, you know, it would be different if there was a fuel source. You know what? Let's make this a really good trip. Let's check out what ores are here first. Make a little side zip over to here and see what's ores here, because there could be ice. And if there's ice, that will change a lot of how we do this. But I don't know. We don't know until we see. What's that? That looks like gold. Ah, good gravy. Seriously? Okay. Alright. Alright. Apparently this Charybdis likes gold. It's a rich it thinks it's rich. Oops. Alright. So what we're gonna do, because honestly I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting kind of crowded, we're gonna turn those off and we will turn them on once we decide we're gonna look for ores. But I am gonna make a little side trek over to this one here because I know we haven't. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, I don't want to do that, and the reason why is because if we're gonna do this, we're gonna need to know which ones we've gone to. That would probably be smart. So it's going to be kind of crowded, guys, but that's okay. We're just going to kind of hit some of these rocks on the way over to the salvage. I know it's cutting into our salvage time. Oh, yep, we're not going there. Nope, 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 no thank you. Nope. Not interested, not happening. Okay, that's, we're done with the whole, gonna check out the rocks thing. I don't even know it was there. I just know that it showed up as a red thing, and yeah, we're not doing that. So let's not do that, okay? Nope, let's not, and say we did. I don't want to interfere with our operations. You know what? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do this and this and this and this, and we're gonna turn those off because yep, nope. Not happening, guys. We are not doing that there. Heck no. Alright, let's get in here and get this ground up. We got some windows here. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're doing, guys. To reduce our chances of losing stuff, we're gonna do that. Because there's a hungry Charybdis down there, and I kind of don't want to lose my stuff because Charybdis is hungry. Alright, let's go ahead and get this all ground down. And I don't remember what's in here, but we're going to find out. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Back to the beacon we go. Wow. Okay. So there's pirates hidden everywhere in this place. Good to know. Let's not irritate those guys any more than we have to. We may have to check it out and see what kind of situation we got going on, but yeah.
Energy low.
So we have the ever-hungry Charybdis, and then we have pirates everywhere. No, they did say that pirates were a thing, so. But yeah, this is, let's see how fast we can get this thing torn down. I want to be able to get a lot torn down. I'm sorry I don't have the capability of time-lapse. That would really be nice, but yeah, no. I am curious about that distress signal over there, but I think we got some good stuff over here that we can utilize for this build, and I think once we get this thing built, we may take up the suggestion that we should build a centralized station and then go from there, just because it gives us another place to respawn from. But we're not going to do it in Charybdis gravity well. Honestly, I believe that would be relatively dumb, because, you know, who wants to let Charybdis dictate, you know, what is going on with that? Alright, so let's see. Are we full here? We are full here. Okay. Are we full here? We are not full here. And now we're full. We full here? Yes, we are. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to fill up here. Actually, you know what? I think I want to take some stuff out of here, and the reasoning behind that is I want to leave it open enough to put ore in if we have ore. So we're going to pull a few things out of here. Yeah, we're going to definitely pull that out and put that on the thing. Pull that out too. And then let's pull the 2 propulsion units out. Still not giving me a significant down on that, but... And we'll pull those out too. That out. That out. Man. Okay, well that's going to have to be good enough. So let's go ahead and drop these off in here. The GAT stuff we're going to put on the ship. Alright, well that's, we're going to get pretty full up fast. You know, if it comes down to it, we can always throw some more cargo containers down. That would be fine. Alright, so let's do something fun. Let's see here. Where are we going to put you? Let's put you right there. Yeah, maybe. Actually. No, I can't really put it there. I'm thinking of where I'm going to put this, this little guy. He's got to have his spot, his day in life of universe. There we go. We'll put you right there. How about that? Alright, so what color are we going to go with today? Let's go with yellow. It stands out. And let's go with something clean. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's do plastic armor. Yeah. Get our little mascot on our ship here. Kind of stands out. Alright, let's get you on there. Okay. Here you go. Nope. Let's turn you around. Bam! There we are. There's our little guy. Okay. Good, 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 good. It does provide a little hole to shoot for them to shoot me through, but it's just cool. I mean, I could put them up on top of here, but it's sloped. It wouldn't sit right. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's really cool. Alright, guys, let's go back. We're nostalging. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's hop in here and get some air. Actually, what are we? We're at 70%. Are we out of our ice? Yep, we're out of ice. See? That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Was not enough. Not enough at all. Alright, we're gonna drop that there. And while we're at it, we might as well drop that there. No? Wait. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna drop this in here too. It'll go... Yeah, that's what I figured. So let's go down in here and find our H2O2 gen. And see, did we have any? We do have one in here. Can I pull that? No. Well, we got oxygen. We got all that. Let's just go with that. Alright, back to salvage we go, guys. We're gonna go get this other. That's really cool. We got a little mascot guy. That's really cool. I want to be able to have one of those on every ship we build, if we can. Some sort of little plushie on there, so that way it's like you know how you have like your little stuffed animal in your windshield or something. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. It's busy work when you're out here in space doing some salvage work. Who would have thought we're supposed to be studying this thing? Or, well, actually, we're not really studying anything yet. We're just setting everything up for the researchers. That's basically what we're doing. We're the advanced team for the research. We make things safer and make things good for the researchers. So. Alright, we're coming back up to our salvage location, gonna get another load of supplies. I have a feeling we're gonna need some more cargo containers, whether it's crates or you know, large or small scale type. Well, we're probably gonna do medium scale cargo containers because we don't want to use a large one, although we could. If we had a large one, we could probably contain it all, but that would be kind of difficult. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in here and get back to work grinding up and taking stuff out of that one cargo container, actually. Oh no, well, these crates, I should say, the freight crates. Why am I not able to take that? Oh. What? I don't understand. Why is it not letting me take them? What? Okay, that's weird. What is going on here, guys? Is it because I didn't claim it? Is that what's going on? Alright, well, let's try this. Oh, you know why? Because we didn't... Oh, that's all stuff that was inside there that we never claimed, but then we took stuff out of there. That's really weird. I don't understand. I don't know. Trying to understand Clang sometimes is really hard.
Inventory full.
Damn. Alright. You know what we might do? Let's do this. Let's make our life a little bit more interesting. Is there a battery, first of all, in this? Because I want to make sure that we're not going to basically screw ourselves here by doing what I'm about to do. Battery? Is there... Yep, there's a battery. Okay, good. Alright, since there's a battery, what we're going to do... We have a seat there, ready to go. That's good. And we're going to take this out right here. And then right... Ah, you bugger. You're right where I want... Okay, you know what? Forget that. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put a cargo pod right here. Now, here's the trick. If we put a cargo container, and I do like that bright yellow, honestly, I'm not going to lie, it's really cool. We can grind down a bunch of stuff, load it up, and then do back and forth really quick. So let's do that. That way we can get a lot done, and then... Doing good on time, so that's good. But I'm thinking get as much of this stuff while we have energy and everything loaded up. And then it'll be just a back and forth thing to and from this one cargo container as quick as we can. That's what I'm thinking. Try to get these things, you know, get as much as we can out of this thing, as much and as fast. Where is the... Because that is where everything's going. And we do have that other large container back there too. Okay, good. We're gonna get this ground down easy, I think. Okay, that doesn't even make sense. Why would you set up one of these without any water capability? Okay, I don't really care about those. Yeah, I'm not too worried about those kind of tools. Well, I should care actually, because those kind of tools can be broken down and they also can be used as a base for other things. So, is there anything in here? No. Alright, let's go ahead and load these up in here. Cool, we're getting there. Okay. Now, like I said before, the hard part is that we can't just grind the thing down and just be done with it and let it all sit there and come back and forth at our leisure, because it doesn't work that way with Charybdis. Charybdis is hungry, and Charybdis will eat everything it can, including whatever you want to save. Alright, let's get this down in here. Okay. Wow, that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and get a charge up on our seating here. Okay, so we've got this one's locked down pretty much, except for, you know, these kind of things here. But I don't want to take too much because I don't know which one will make it no longer a station, you see, because sometimes you're grinding along and then all of a sudden the chunk breaks off and becomes a ship, and that's never good. And we do not want to convert to ship because that will make it go away, and I don't want that. So, alright, cool. So we have that one done. Now, let's go ahead. Where is that other one? There's the other one way over there. Okay. this one over here. Alright, that's the direction we're going with this. So we're going to keep these the way they are, although I do want that one because of the gravity. That's going to be useful. Alright, let's go ahead and get this one. Oh, what's in there? What was that? What was that? Oh. I didn't realize that held things. Interesting. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and slap a light armor block there. I don't care that it's yellow. What is that? It's just stuff like that. Okay. Alright, we'll grab that. Okay.
Inventory full.
Oh, yep. Where's that going? Good. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's do the same thing we did before. Metal grids, yeah. And that has the metal grids. Okay.
Inventory full.
Which means, let's see here, we're going to go ahead and fill this up. I wonder if this would actually convert to ship, but it'd have to have power in order to work, so yeah, not going to work. Okay, that was so crazy. Yeah, Charybdis tried. Really did. This is going to be great, guys. We're going to have so many components to be able to build this research base. It's going to be just stupid crazy. Okay, that's going to be really important too. Okay, this clock is ticking down like ridiculously fast too. It's alright though, it's okay, we got this, we got this. Okay, let's dump this stuff in here too. And then once we get this one done and loaded up, I'm not going to worry about the small stuff like that, because I mean, the small stuff in there, like those little plates and stuff, they're good, but we are on a time frame here, guys, so I don't really want to mess with the time frame. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get this too. And this wall here we're going to leave in place because that's my oops, it fell. Even though none of these seem to be falling, but we'll leave those alone too. Okay, so that's set, that's set. So now let's go over to, where is that big conglomeration of booby trap land here? Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay, this one here is the one we're gonna go for now. Now in this one here, I'm gonna do, let's do a, now if we were claiming it, then we could also just load everything into the large cargo container, claim that one right before it goes out, but that defeats the whole point of not claiming it, you know?
Energy low.
Oh, energy. That's a problem. Oxygen is another problem. Alright, so we're going to zoom in here. And we're going to go in here and we're going to grab that magnesium, a huge chunk of it, and then we're going to head back. And I think at this point, we need to start thinking about doing our trips back and forth, and then locking it down, and whatever time we have left, we grind down the large container. And then what ores are left are what's left, you know. Magnesium is important because obviously I have a feeling we're going to need some firepower, because I don't believe for a second that once we start looking for ores or even get this facility up and running, that the pirates are going to leave us alone. I'm pretty sure they're going to bug us. I have very little doubt of that. So, but it all depends, you know, what happens. So, but yeah, it would be so much easier if we had enough fuel to do that ship, but we just don't have the ice, and that's just it. You know, I don't want to waste it, and just because we would need to do multiple trips. We saw when we came in there the first time, the ship was burning through fuel like crazy. 25% just to go that far. We get 2 round trips, and then we'd be toast. And we need that to ferry all these materials over, including the wreck. So, you know. But that's okay. You know, it's okay. We'll have to start checking out some of these asteroids, even if they do have pirate problems. But, you know, we'll get to that too soon enough. Alright, let's get in here. Okay. Let's get a restart. Okay, we need to do a couple things here. First of all, we need to go to control panel, and we need to turn on the oxygen. The big oxygen tank needs to go on now. Alright, now we're good. Alright, cool. Now in here, we're gonna dump all we can. In here, we're gonna dump all we can. Okay. And then in here we're going to drop let's find our, where's the refinery? Right there. There we go. And we'll put that there like that. That way it gets some movement on there. Is that, let's see, that goes at, I don't know if that's faster. That goes pretty slow. Let's see how fast that goes. Alright, I don't know. They're both slow. I don't know, guys. Tell you one thing I do know. I need to get a recharge on my health. I don't know how we got damaged somehow. Alright. Okay, let's go back and get this thing done. At this point, we're pretty much set and fine for some quick grabs out of each one of those containers. And then we're going to use this, for this grab, everything we get out of the one container we're going to put into the ship. And then when we break down that container, we're going to grab other stuff from that other container, and then we'll build another cargo container inside the wreck, and we'll make sure it's in front of, you know, so we daisy them up, and we can access them on either side. And then we'll just do that. I think it's important to build up our little salvage inside of our wreck first, and then we'll get the, we'll do a whole base building episode where we're going to build up that entire thing. I think we got enough firepower there to keep the meteors away and possibly even protect against maybe a lighter drone. But I don't know. I just really hope that those pirates over there that are like that lit up like a Christmas tree aren't ticked off and trying to send something over to bug us. That would really suck. Alright, let's go to this one over here. Alright. This one's the closer of them. Let's go ahead and load it up. And I want to make sure I get a full load, so we'll grab these two. That should give me, yep, 4,000. Good to go. Alright, back we go. We'll just do this back and forth a few times, get that stuff offloaded. At 4,000 liters per load, it's 15,000. 30,000 between the two. It's going to take us probably about, I would say, doing a quick math in my head, probably about 7 trips back and forth. And I'm pretty sure that we'll need more cargo capacity in the wreck because I don't believe our little ship, still, I'm going to call it the lightning bug. I think it's a pretty fast little thing, but I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know, maybe we won't call it lightning bug. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a good name for it, something that's, you know, it is kind of a workhorse though, really, in honesty, so. Hey, maybe we'll just call it the mule. I like that. It's the mule, like with a capital the. After we get this taken out, we're gonna put mule on the side of it. And we'll actually do the mule in yellow. And you know what we might even do? We might even do some like cargo colors on it. I think that'd be really good. Wow, it gets dark over here. Like, I can't even see my ship. Ooh, you know what I want to check real quick? Oh yeah, okay, 7 hours. I just all of a sudden thought, you know what? Maybe it might be good to see where we're at on power. Alright. That's good. Let's, I'm going to open up that one. We're going to go over to the other side over here. And let's open up these other cargo containers here. And this one here. That way we got quick grabs. Good to go. Alright, let's go back. It's not bad. Each one of those things I think holds about 10. So we should be able to get all the containers, all of those containers loaded in there. You know, the contents of them. And then, we'll set up more cargo space inside the wreck, and then we'll try to get everything we can. And I really want to grind down that large cargo container in the salvage because that has a lot of good components we'll need. Now, as far as the build for the research facility, I don't know. I'm tempted to go with a large cargo container just because you might need a lot of materials, but then I don't know. It's not really, it's a research station. It's not a manufacturing station or a mining station. So maybe we should not do that. Just put some medium cargo containers and then just kind of go from there. I don't know. If you guys got a comment or want to write a comment, give me some ideas on that. That would be great. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Alright, let's zip in here. Up, over, and in we go. Okay, and is that 89?
Inventory full.
There we go. Now we're full. Now, as far as that, once we break up that stack of barrels, it's going to turn into, we're going to have that temporary container. We're going to have to switch that container over to storage. as quickly as we can, unless we want to lose it, because I don't know if when you leave the area, if a temporary container disappears or it stays there. And if I don't have to waste it, I don't know that I want to worry about, I don't know if I want to waste it. It takes like a couple seconds to switch it over when it's right there. We'll see what we got for time. Maybe we can empty out that container, then zip over to the other one, start emptying out the other container, and then deal with that later. Like last. Yeah, that would probably be smart. Yeah, it's funny when I was going to do this series, I didn't think about making it a salvage series because I didn't know we were going to run into so much containers and so many different, such a large wreckage, but that's just how it turns out, guys. That's just the randomness of it. Alright, let's go ahead and drop off our materials. Alright, you're full up. Well, almost. Let's see. Is there anything else I can just jam in there, maybe? There we go. Now we're full. This thing's gonna fly really hard. We're gonna need all the fuel for that one trip, I bet. Even though it's on the other side of the asteroid. Oh, I forgot we have stuff in here too still. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take a quick second, get a restore on energy and the other. While we're at it, let's see, do we have any food quickly, easily available? Let's see. Yeah, we do, right here. Let's grab some pastries. Chomp chomp. Might as well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop off pastries in there. That way we got a little food in our belly. Back we go again to do another full load, even though I think those pipes and those radio components are going to be a pretty full load, I think. But we'll see how it goes. So far, nothing else has popped up. So we'll see what happens with the encounters after that. I'm hoping those pirates will stay away from us while we do all this. And I'm hoping they'll stay put until we get that research base built. But we're definitely going to need to do some recon on all of the local asteroids because we're definitely going to want to see what ores are available, because we still have to build we're still going to need to get this research station built up and then get a little bit better ship built. The small ship is great, but I don't know, feel like there needs to be something a little bit bigger. Not too big though. Of course, we could do like a mobile base and just make it a station, but if we do that, we're going to definitely need to set up a thruster situation. Which all goes down to the need for fuel, which means we definitely need to find ice. Alright, let's get this stuff. Let's see how full we get on this. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Oh. Well, we'll do that next time. I was going to check to see how much time we have left, because if we don't have enough time, I don't want to miss out on any, the volume of our building materials. Beacon is the least of our worries, honestly. I just like to get as many, because we can always break down components for things and rebuild them into other things, but as a matter of fact, yeah, I think we need to definitely have an assembler and have a, well, actually, I wonder if we should have two assemblers, like one for recycle and one for regular. I think that might be a bad, not be a bad idea. Oh, shoot. Yep. Nuts, that's something else I didn't take into account. This back and forth exposes us to too much radiation. Man, that sucks. Do we have any rad stuff? Oh, we should check. See if we got any radiation medicine. check that out in a minute. I'm not gonna put that there. I'll take that and that and place those in there instead, because we'll need those more than we'll need. Well, actually, come to think of it, that's not even full. Okay, good. Let's see if we got some radiation medicine in here. It's gonna look like a little syringe if we got it. Ah, we do, right here. Outstanding. Do we have any others? Is that because that is only one? That's the only one we got. Okay. I think in this case it's warranted because we're going back and forth and we want to maximize our amount of time. So yeah, definitely. I'm going to wait until we're exposed and then we'll hit it. Okay, I think for this next trip we're going to go for the other cargo container because I want to maximize the amount of stuff we can get before this thing despawns. Now, what's interesting is the random encounters for space are the ones that are going to potentially despawn like this one. But there are emplaced encounters, because this is a scenario. There are emplaced encounters, and those don't despawn unless they don't have power. And I don't know. They sometimes do despawn with that power, sometimes not. It depends on what Clang wants. So if we find one of those that's left for salvage, that would definitely be a golden thing, because then we could take our time because we wouldn't have to worry about it disappearing. It's not very many of those, but there are a few of them in this scenario, so something for us to keep an eye out for. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in here and start loading up. Oh, wow. That's not even attached. Dude, how did that even happen? Wow, okay. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about the non-powered thing, because it's still there. Alright, 55 minutes. Plenty of time. Let's load her up. Ooh. You know what is even more important than that? And this is... Okay, let's see here. Let's drop this. Let's be selective of our stuff here. That's going to be harder to get. We'll grab that. Those are golden. And then we'll do that. We'll select what we can, what's easy and hard for us to get together out of our... Because we've got to really be thinking about this, because we don't have any iron or nickel in this location. We just have silicone. Silicone's easy. We can make silicone. You can make windows with that. You can make chips with that. You can make radio components with that. You cannot make pipes with that because we have a no stone rule, which is kind of challenging a little bit. No stone, no ion drives. Yep, that's well, the no iron drives is actually really easy because of the whole gravity well situation. What makes this a really tough thing, though, is it's a gravity well with no atmosphere. So you can't use atmospheric thrusters. You can't use ion drives. You saw it with that drone. That drone would have fell. Oh, time. Time for this. There we go. Bam! Just like that. Now we just keep going while it's active and we're good to go. You know, I could have probably waited until my life went down more, but I don't want that flashing. That flashing that you're dying and you're getting hurt is kind of stressful, because you know you're, well, dying. And we're going to go with the grinder. That's our tool now. Alright, let's get this stuff on the... And I think the next trip is going to have to be... Okay. Now, because, you know, we've got an issue with these, you can go in here. And let you go to work. How about that? Now we'll go back and get the other stuff that's high iron content. Because, I mean, here's the thing. If we can't find iron, at least we can break down pipes, big pipes. We can break down steel plates and turn them into... you get more... You actually... It takes less iron to make interior plates than steel plates. So you can actually make interior plates and construction components with less iron than you would just the steel plates. So what we'll have to do is do the frame in steel plate. Oh, and that's the other thing. So I'm thinking, because this research station is not just in Pirate Place, but it's close to the Charybdis, and potentially meteors, which are getting sucked towards Charybdis and probably smashing into us because of it, which hopefully... I don't know. I thought about making it more challenging by having a lot of meteors, and I may yet change that for both the scenario and the series by making it even more challenging by having a lot of meteor showers. It would make sense because Charybdis is pulling rocks in, but I haven't decided yet. We'll have to see how that goes. It would certainly make life interesting. Okay, let's see here. We want those, that, those we don't care as much. That we can make more of, and steel plates. And we have 51 minutes, so I'm not too worried anyway, but we'll go with that. Alright. I mean, tell me what you think, guys. Do you think if we up the meteors, it would make sense in this scenario? And if so, maybe I will. Right now it's on standard and normal, so might kind of be intense. I don't know. I don't want to go Armageddon level because that slows down everything, and if you're on a console, slowing it down can be a bit of a problem. And I don't want to make it hard for any of you that have consoles, because I'm playing off a console myself, and I certainly don't want to mess up my stream. We're doing a lot more acquisitioning and not so much researching or mining. Alright, still holding out. That's good. Yeah, I like that radiation medicine. That's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. That's really sweet. I like it. I don't know how long it lasts. If anybody knows, leave a comment, let me know, because I really haven't figured that out yet. Alright, let's go ahead and load this up. Then we're going to stop off inside the ship and get a bit of a refill on O2 and energy. Alright, now this one is full, so let's go ahead and shut this one down. Alright, ready, steady, go. I don't want to spend any longer than I have to because I don't know how long this radiation medicine's going to last. Now, we do have 50 minutes, so I'm hoping that we can get this thing stripped down this episode and go from there. Now, I wonder if the corporate distress signal is a facility or a truck or a vehicle or a ship, and if it would be friendly towards us or not. That I don't know. Be interesting to find out though, but again, hesitant to dive into that yet. Because I just don't know. I don't know that I want to stir up any trouble when we don't have a facility in place, you know? Now, for this research facility, I definitely want to get some weapon systems in place, but I'm thinking we should do them away, like run them out in a star pattern out from like a cross, central facility and then have the turrets off to the sides is what I was thinking. Run like an armored conduit out for a conveyoring. Alright, let's go ahead and get the rest of these steel plates, and then we'll load up everything else. Yeah. The glass will be really necessary because we're going to definitely need to, and again, everything I want to be doubled up, layered. The glass will do the glass on the inside and the outside, that we have 2 layers of glasses set up over it. Okay, the last thing I want to get is by one of these rocks flying through. I wish there was a way to increase the frequency of the meteor storms. I think that would be very frequent, almost continuous, would really be good in this kind of scenario with this Charybdis. And I may just increase them anyway, just on principle. We'll see. I'll think about it. See, it's, you know, the challenge is there, but the realism is also there, you know. Okay, we're gonna jump over the top of this thing, hop down in. We still got radiation protection. That's good. Let's go ahead, and this is gonna probably fill up the our ship. Nope. All right, cool. Quick refill. Good to go. Back we go again. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the individual plates. I think that wouldn't be a good use of time. Even though the materials are good, you only get like 4 panels per or 5 panels per, and that's not really a good time versus materials investment. But the other blocks, definitely, for sure. Once we empty out these containers and clear them out, we're going to just start tearing into all of that. You know, it occurs to me, we could probably build the station here, even though Charybdis is here. However, it feels like if I did that... Oh, snap. No. Charybdis does not get that. Oh, snap. Wow, I did not realize that was like that. Okay. Okay, Charybdis. Ah, that was a good one. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Radiation is not protecting me anymore. Okay. No radiation protection. Or it's dying soon, one of the two. Yeah, it's flashing, so it's about to go out. Okay. No problem. No problem. We got this. Yeah, okay. It's what it happens, guys. It's gonna be all good. We're just gonna zip over there and, yeah. Get this material put over here. That's what we're gonna do. Alright. Yep, here it goes. Exposure to radiation now. Alright. And the crummy part is even our ship is being irradiated right now. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this stuff in here first. And I figured that was coming. Alright, and we'll drop those. And no. Those we're going to put inside the assembler. I'll put those in the assembler because we'll either break them down or make tools out of them, one of the two. Alright, you know, I could have made a cargo container out of that material. You know what, maybe we will, actually, but we'll use these to do it. Let's see, do we have any... Yeah, there's some grids right there. Yeah, let's do that. Put one there, and one there. Okay, let's get some displays. I mean, we might as well. Okay, what does that one need? Construction and interior plates. Okay. Interior plates and construction. Okay, cool. Well, now we've got these compartments here. We can just keep on digging away. I left them yellow. I like that for construction related stuff. I think it's kind of cool. Kind of reinforces it a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and drop these materials off in these other ones. I mean, they're going to be full anyway, but, you know, doesn't matter. Alright, let's go ahead and get that in there. I mean, the nice thing is once we get the, yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing zapped up. Once we get the base built up, we can take this ship back and forth, or at very least, I mean, here's the thing. What I think we'll do is we'll use this ship for the initial set down and build, but this ship will stay there. And we'll use the fuel to keep the battery charged up. And then what we'll do at that point is use the turret on this as an anti-meteor gun, basically. And that will be really good. So back to doing the salvage. I mean, we still got plenty of time, so we can't. I don't see why we can't get all this stuff out of here in that time unless something comes along and stirs up trouble. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to increase the meteor level. I think that would really be appropriate. Definitely. Yeah. It's tricky though. I did an Armageddon series once and it really slowed down the game a lot, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a shot next episode, and if it slows down the game too much, we'll take it off and go back to the other. But I feel like it would definitely be appropriate. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in here and see about getting... I want to get the rest of this one torn up here, and then we'll go down to the other one and get that done too. Alright, let's get you... I'm really surprised none of these pieces have gone to ship mode and started drifting. Honestly, I'm really shocked. Alright, we're gonna grind this away, but we're gonna do it on this side. We're gonna use it as shade, guys, and get some of our exposure down while we're... Alright, so I think we've got everything that I want off of here. Just these plates are left, and I don't care about those. Alright, cool beans. Let's go to the next one. Where is that? Here. That's the next one. We'll go to this one here. And we'll start working this one over too. Now this one has this, and that could be a problem. So let us see. Which direction are we going? This way. Okay. So whatever we do, we need to make sure we have some steel plates in place. So let's go ahead and steel plate, steel plate, steel plate, steel plate. I don't want Charybdis getting anything. Charybdis is greedy. Alright. Alright, cool. So that's good. That's really good. Alright, we got this one there. How much time we got? We got, shoot, 23 minutes. Jeez Louise. That went fast, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and get... I want to try to get as much of that in here as possible. We got 23 minutes. Where did the time go, everybody? Oh my gosh. I don't know why, but I did not realize we had only 20 minutes. Jeez, no. Alright, we're going to grab this. Alright, let's get those, and okay, we got that. That's good. We're gonna grab that. That's good. Alright, cool.
Inventory full.
Okay. Yep, bye. See you later. Alright, let's get out of here. We got 20 minutes. Let's make it quick. 20 minutes. Back and forth, guys. Alright, we gotta dump these in those cargo containers and zip back over here. We need to get the rest of that nickel, zip back over here, get the rest of the nickel, grind down everything in there, zip back over there. Oh my gosh, and we still have one more cargo container to sort out, and it's just crazy. So let's do it. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Alright, we're good on O2, we're good on hydrogen, good on energy, good on food, good on everything, so make this as quick as possible, although we are getting a higher exposure level than I would like. Maybe we should... Oh man, I don't want to lose anything that's ore related out of there if we can help it. We're going to come down here and try to protect ourselves while we load this up as much as we can. Okay, let's dump this off in here. Yep, figured that was going to happen. That's okay, go for it. We're going to go this way. We're going to zip over here, try to keep into the dark as much as possible. Alright, that saved us a couple of seconds, but we're still burning up. Well, our health increased by a little bit, so that's good news. Alright, so we're going to get in there, and I think, man, it's a tough call, guys. It's really a tough call, but I think we need to finish that container first. When we drop down to 10 minutes, I think that's when we're going to go after the large cargo container and see if we can't... I'm afraid that if we tear that up, we're going to lose the magnesium. I think getting the magnesium might be smarter than trying to get the large cargo. I mean, if we can get it, that's great, but I think the ore we don't have access to. And I think the ore is pretty critical compared to the rest of the components at this point. But we want it all, and that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to bust it out and try to make it happen as fast as we can and not die in the process, because that would really be a setback. Alright, so here we go. We're going up here. Let's go, we'll go down here. We're going to do the let's see here. How much time we got? 19 minutes. Okay. 19 minutes, we're going to grab that and go. Because if we grab that, then we'll hit the magnesium, grab the magnesium. After we take that, I don't really care about the those. I'm actually going to let Charybdis have those radio components. We have got plenty. And like I say, I mean, there are other parts to that, but we've got silicone right here, and that's going to be great for that, you know. Oh man, here we go. Daggone it. It's not good, guys. We're going to have to spend a couple minutes sitting here. Daggone it. Come on, let's go down this way here. If we go down here, we can at least save ourselves a little bit. No. No, we gotta go straight in, because at least if we die, we don't lose out on all this material that we've got. So let's do it. We're going for it. We're going in.
Your health is low.
Oh, dude. This is brutal, man.
Your health is critical.
I can't get to the first aid kit or I'll be in the sunshine. Oh man, this is horrible. Alright guys, we're gonna sneak around the back here.
Inventory full.
Oh, can I sneak around the back? Oh man, it's not gonna let me go out that way. Alright, let's sneak around back here and get in here. Drop this in here. Let this go down, and then we'll jump over here really quick. We'll take the hit in the... Oh wait, I wonder if I can be right here. Is this... Are we getting... Oh, we are getting irradiated here. What about right here? Can I reach it and be not in the... yes! This is the sweet spot right here, guys. We're gonna sit here and get charged up, take a couple minutes, charge up, reduce our radiation levels. Oh, man. This is not easy, guys. I wonder if we have med kits. Do we have med kits in here? Because we might be able to do like a med kit, like, fly through. Yeah, we have... Oh, one. One med kit is not going to do what I have in mind. How much is it? That's only 10. We'll keep it just in case. But I was thinking if we had a bunch of med kits, we could just keep hitting the med kit at... Oh, we do have a few. So let's grab them. And then if we have to... I mean, it does take into account, yeah, what we got going on here. But it can at least, you know, be a little bit okay. Okay, ready? We're going to go out this way. I don't want to miss out getting some of that magnesium before it goes away. And I very much would like to get that cargo container's materials too. Okay, let's, it's 14 clicks. Gotta really, let's roll. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna go max speed. Hopefully we can get there before we burn. Then we'll hide behind them as we get stockpiled up and do what we're gonna do. And let our stuff wear down. What's that? Oh, that's that distress signal. I don't know, I feel like I might want to jump over there just to see what happens, but I don't really want to do it because I don't want to get in trouble with those guys. But if we get more power cells, that would be golden. But we could make some power cells actually, because we have nickel now. Oh, we're at 51% going up. Actually, that's like the rads, like... I forget what they call it off the top of my head, but yeah, you can't have... Oh, millisieverts. Yeah. You get to 100 millisieverts, you're pretty much going to be in a bad way. So yeah, we're at like 57 millisieverts. Like, no, that's not good. We don't want to be at 57 millisieverts. Alright, let's jump behind our little salvage location here. Oops, wrong direction. We want to be behind you. Okay. Hiding behind the sun. Where's the sun? Ah, no. There we are. 14 minutes, huh? Yeah. Oh, God. Bloody hell. Really? Okay, we're hiding behind here. Okay, now we're going to grab this nickel. Okay, then we're going to grab this and let the rest of it go. Okay, see you later. And then we're going to go over, well, actually, do we have anything we need out of there? No, it's just going to be scrap. Alright, we're going to hop out of you. Where is the one I want? There you are. Okay, we're going to zip over to this one here. And we're going to get behind here because we don't want the sun to see us. No sunshine, please. Whew, okay. Now, we're going to get as much of this magnesium as we can get. Not a lot. Maybe we'll put that in there. That in there, that in there. That in there. We'll keep that. We'll put that in there. And then we'll get more magnesium. How about that? We'll put that in there. We'll take more. Okay, well, that's not really that effective, but whatever. Okay. And we have how much time? We have 17 minutes. Okay. We're at 32 millisieverts. Alright. Now, let's see. Where are we going? Where's our beacon? There's our beacon. Okay. Ready? Set. Go. Okay, 14 clicks. There goes our millisieverts. We're going up. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're at 40. No. Okay. Get in the shadow so we can burn off some of this crispy city. Alright, cool. Now we'll just drop these off. And we're going to give it a second. Just a few seconds. We're going to sit here for a minute. Let our exposure level. Course, hopefully the radiation level is not in millisieverts, or I've just been exposed to so much radiation that I'm going to be having some bad problems later. I'm pretty sure that I probably got 1,000 millisieverts by the time I'm done with this salvage operation. But that's, you know, I don't know what the actual number for exposure level translates into, if it's a percentage or how they quantify the unit. Maybe it's in rads or something, I don't know. I was just curious because it seems to me like O2 and H2 is a percentage of the available amount. So I just wondered what the radiation rating is, if it's in some sort of like sieverts, millisieverts, something like rads or something, I don't know. If anybody knows, that'd be kind of a fun thing to find out. Or if it's just a number, period, just an arbitrary number. Where 75 is dangerous and 100 is as much radiation as you can get. Alright, now that is where we're going. We're not going down there. And we are going inside here in the shade. And we're going to get some more. 13 minutes. Nice. Okay, good. That's good news. Alright, let's give it a second. Oh, we're actually doing pretty good. Radiation isn't so bad right now, so that's good. Wonder what's going on with that, but I'm not going to complain. Okay, that sparkly over there is just always draws my attention to me what that is. I don't know what it is. At sparkly there, I also wonder what that is. At some point, we definitely need to check out those rocks for fuel, iron, and nickel, but especially iron. Probably would be a thing. We need to find cobalt too, because if we're going to do heavy armor for the outer shell of this research facility, we're going to want a lot of grids. We need iron and cobalt, like, really bad. We may have to make a second ship to do mining, and it's going to have a lot of hydrogen. Honestly, I wish there was one of the, what I like to call the motherlode rocks. There are rocks in Space Engineers that is all ice, and that would be like a just worth its weight, like, seriously. Alright, let's zip in here. Let's drop off the magnesium. Why can't we get in there? Alright, magnesium's off. Let's go ahead and recharge our supplies here real quick. Do that by jumping inside. There we go. Alright. We're at 48% on the food, so maybe we'll grab a bite to eat while we're in here. Alright. If you keep your health up, that's when you'll get all your buffs and bonuses, and you know what? Why not? Okay, ready, steady, go. There we go. We're back out again. And I always think if I go across that like that I'll be running on it. But it doesn't usually work out that way. Usually when I try to run on it, I wind up crashing into it and things don't go well. Okay. So this could be a really nice long episode, guys. I hope you don't mind. I know you don't, but anyway, it's going to be a really good one. I'm excited. The stream's rolling really nice, and knock on wood, you know, and Clang, please bless us that we continue to get through this episode really well. But yeah, I'm going to keep going. If suddenly I drop off, you know that it's another one of those crashes, but hopefully that doesn't happen, and I got to this early enough that I'm going to be able to give you guys a really good episode here. If you have questions, of course, shoot them out at me. If you want to be able to play this scenario and encounter these things and do the same thing, you can. This scenario is on mod.io, so you can definitely check it out. It's under the Charybdis. Okay, let's see here. And of course, any changes that I make to the scenario will reflect in the mod.io version. So if we find that, yes, meteors are awesome and they do work more, better when there's more of them, then I'll update, of course, the scenario on mod.io. If you have questions, you don't know how something works, or you're curious on what this does or that does, let me know. I've been playing this game for a long time. I stay up on all the DLCs if I can, and yeah, I've done a lot of different things with this game. I absolutely love it. So yeah, by all means, guys, ask questions. Hit me up in the comments, all those kind of things. If you see me on PlayStation Network, you're welcome to hit me up on there as well. I know a few of you are friends on PlayStation Network, so yeah, if you got questions, hit me up. I'll try to reply you as much as I can. I always reply to comments, however, on my streams as soon as I see them. So yeah, that's the best place to get a hold of me if you have a question. And of course, if you're on my live stream, I'll definitely respond to you. And we are being cooked alive here because, well, it's just how it works for us. We do not have our suntan lotion, our little rad stuff. Nope. Yeah. All right. Looks like gonna hang out down here for a while. I'm not gonna bother with using my first aid kit yet. We're gonna have to sit here for a few minutes until we have a low enough radiation level. Okay, we're gonna jump over here real quick and we're gonna hop up and hit this and dump that and then jump back inside again. Yep, there's my radiation detector going crazy. But now at this point, since the sun is over there, because everything is orbiting everything around here, we're gonna hit this real quick. Oh, now we're gonna have to sit for a second and think about what we're going to do. So I'm going to take this opportunity here and look over some of these science experiments that I have on here. So, because we do have to provide some science experiments, so let's see. I'm going to put that here. Okay, we're definitely going to need one. We're keeping it yellow right now, but we'll change it later. Okay, what is this? This is medical station lab experiment. Okay, that's an interesting one. Huh, okay. And what in the heck? This is lab experiment B. Okay. I don't know that that necessarily would be applicable. Oh yeah, this is definitely, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're definitely putting one of those in there, that's for sure. Lab equipment, I don't know about the medical station. I don't know that we might have that in there, but I don't know what this lab experiment is. This one, I don't know. But this one here is definitely going there. We might just do 2 of these. Because you're dealing with a, you know, or I might get creative, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we're at 40. That's good enough for me. Let's get back out here. I mean, we are on a time crunch, guys, and I do want to try to get those materials and the rest of those ores out of there. Hopefully. We're still ticking down, so... And I'd like to check out the rest of these, but I don't know what we're dealing with these pirates. Of course, it might be a good idea to know where they're at, but it seems like they tend to not turn on their stuff until you're right on top of them, so it's easy to forget which one's which. But I think if we do an ore survey on every local asteroid around the facility, then the ones that we haven't explored, we're going to know are the bad guys, because we can't, again, we have our GPS rules, and so it's, you know, we gotta make sure there's some sort of ore there, or else, you know, or we could just take the ore GPS. Well, that'd be cheating. If we change the color of the ore GPS to match red, yeah, that'd be cheating. All right, let's get in here and get some shade while we work real quick. Oh snap! 6 minutes. Okay. Well, grab that. And grab that. Alright, cool. Let's just take all we can then.
Inventory full.
Man, that's pretty good. We got a lot of that. I'm pretty sure in 5 minutes there is no way that we're going to make it back in time. So, yeah, we're going to chill right here for now. Let our Let ourselves sit here and get that exposure level down really low. And then we'll go for it. Yeah, because I don't... Well, we could try, but I don't know that we'll be able to make it back in time. Ready, steady, down and out we go. Okay. Yep, watching it go up again. I think the radiation isn't just the sunshine. I think it's a combination of the sunshine and that stupid Charybdis. It's really out to kill you. I mean, it literally is. It's like, just seriously wants to kill you. It wants to consume everything. But it's a black hole, so of course it's going to. But come on, man. Cut a girl a break a little bit, yeah? But it's alright. It's all good. Okay. Wow. Everything out here is a booby trap, though. I can't believe that. We got out of there quick, and... Wait a minute. You know what just occurred to me, guys? If it was... If that drone in there was using ion drives, and it was getting captured by Charybdis, I wonder if the pirate drones would be the same. Now, I know that some of those pirate drones are, some of those pirate drones are definitely, hydrogen, but some of them aren't. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so, now the question is, do we try to make a run for that salvage one more time, or do we not? If we make a run one more time, we might be okay with exposure, but we also might not. No, it's not worth it. I don't want to die. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and delete that. Alright, we're done with the salvage now. Okay, yep, not doing that. Okay, so let's see here. You know what we could do? Okay, so the thought just crossed my mind. What if we took the materials for a battery? Oh, what if we took the materials for a solar panel? And we took the materials for to make a platform and to set up a beacon, and then we could put those in the location where we're going to do the base, and then that way we can prepare and then start ferrying trips with the ship as long as we got fuel. Actually, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should... No, I like that idea. I really like that idea. We're going to do that. We still got plenty of time. We're still going to do it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the ship set up that way because, you know, we'll need it. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to... I'm going to take 100 of those. Okay, so right along here, we're going to set up a few things. Now, these aren't, we're not going to weld them up or anything, but I want to make sure that we have exactly what we need to do what we're going to do. So let's see here. We're going to need, on power, we're going to need a solar panel. So we're going to set up a solar panel right here, and that is so that we can tell what we're going to need, you see? I mean, you might as well just do what you got to do, right? So I like the round beacon, so we'll do the round beacon. It doesn't matter if it's yellow or not. Actually, it does matter because I want this color here to be the base. Alright, so 40, 44, okay, so what we're going to do, yeah, we got more than enough steel plate. We're going to need 20 large steel tubes for that one, so let's find large steel tubes. Okay. The components for the, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go 32 solar cells for sure. Where are you at? Let's actually just do this. I'm looking for solar cells. Do we have 32 solar cells? I hope so, because otherwise it's gonna suck. Oh man, how do we not have 32? How do we not have solar cells? Ah, oh, dude, no. How did I thought we? All right. Well, you know what? You're going to solar panel stuff here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, that's building. No, we don't have enough nickel, and we don't have enough silicone for that. Okay. Well, maybe. We'll see. You're working on it. Okay, good. We're gonna need girders. We're gonna need 12 girders, so we'll grab those. We're gonna go ahead and drop off a few of those. We don't need 20. Okay. And then we need construction, computer, glass. Okay. And we're gonna grab 20 of those. Where's the chips at? Well, we might as well grab our... Where is the computer chips? There they are. Grab 20 of those. I don't always get the exact amount. I probably should, but... Okay, 40 radio components for that. I'm pretty sure we got those in here. 1, 2... That's gonna take a lot of space. 20 more radio components. Alright, there we go. Oh no. What else do we need? Okay, steel plates. We need more than that. Base is 40. We're going to need a lot more, about 80 of those. So let's ditch a few of this. Let's drop this down to the 4 we definitely need, and then we'll take the rest of the steel plates. How about that? There we go. Alright. Oh wait. Let's let's take those steel plates. 2. So let's go 1, 2, and then we'll do this. After all, we don't want to leave those there. Alright, cool. Now let's see. Now, where did we were thinking about this. Let's see. I think we were going this way. Like, there was this area here. Yeah, here we go. I'm pretty sure there was, yeah, a big old hole here. Goes down inside. I don't know exactly what all's down in there or anything, but this is a pretty shaded spot. But it is, I don't know. I don't know how I don't know that that's very smart, having a giant hole there. Oh, well, if we had this, if we did it out of here, we could actually, if we worked on this crater right here, we could set it up so that, I mean, it's flat. We could run it out that way. We could have stuff down in the bottom underneath, have like multiple levels. But I don't know. Well, if we set it up, say we set it up right here in the middle, like right here. Like this was the center part for study, and we went up like so. because actually it'd be right about here. Okay. It would be up elevated. We'd have pretty good view. I don't know. Maybe have it be lengthwise out to here and have like a viewing area right here where you could go out a little bit and look down and study it, like right here. Maybe have a part, yeah, have it come out to here and study the, because it needs to be out to where we can study it. Because it's a research facility. Maybe right here is better. Actually, this probably is much better right here. Now that I'm looking at it, I think this is actually the best spot right here. Because here's the thing, from here, we just go out a little ways, you got a pretty good view. Yeah. And then we could put a turret on the lip there, a turret on the lip there, and that'll cover us from pretty much every angle. We got a view for that, for a relay. That planet, I don't see the other planet that's in here, but it's probably on the other side. We've got access to the sun. We could put a solar array right there in the middle. Yeah, that works out nicely. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and go up. And right here is where, and we'll put this right on, let's see. A solar array will go right here along with the beacon. So let's go ahead and get some steel armor in place. We're going to go ahead and change the build to gravity aligned. Wait, what? Uh-huh. Okay. Not exactly what I had in mind, I don't think, but you know what? That works, I guess. I guess we have it here and then just run it down. If we do that, then we can put a turret there and a turret there, and this back part's protected. There's really only two ways any drones can come at you, so actually this is pretty well defended. Anything coming across there is going to be wide open, so yeah. Alright, cool. Let's put it here. And then, yeah, so this works out nicely. This'll do. This'll do. I'm okay with this. Let's go ahead and get the solar panel in place. And I don't want it to be, I want it to be out where it can, well, There's the sun there. I don't know if it goes, if the orbit we go takes it that way or that way. I think it's overhead. So if that is the case, then, well, for now, alright, so let's set it up so that it's right here. That way we get as much solar power as we can get. Because this thing's gonna keep the oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about progression. Oh, well, I hope we can get the things built we want to get, because I forgot about progression. And that's not good. Alright, so let's go ahead and take that off. Take that off. And then we're going to stick the beacon right here. I don't want it to occlude or block anything else. Uh-oh. How, wait a minute. I thought I took enough. What, wait, what? I could have swore we took enough Ah. Alright. Yep, of course. We're getting fried. Thing, I guess, huh? Okay. We're gonna go like this. over, around. We're sticking to the shade, guys, because I don't want to get cooked. Alright, now we're back over here into our...
Energy low.
Oh, wow. Okay. We need air, too. That really took a lot out of us, that little trip. Okay. So apparently we did not get enough of those. So, okay. Got enough of those, though.
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, let's get some rocks, and we're gonna go back, and it's gonna be all messed up now? Is that what's going on? Better not be. It's not gonna make me very happy. Okay, so we need 20 of these things, okay? We're at 9. I could have swore we grabbed a bunch, but there's 24. That'll load us up. Everything else is good and secure. We're gonna take a few steel plates. 216. And then, yeah, so that's a thing. Alright. Now, we're over that way, so here we go. Ready, steady, let's go. Where are you? There you are. Okay. That would be a good place for a landing platform. I don't think the gravity's changed. No, it has not. Okay, good. All right. Perfect. Now we have a beacon in place. All right. The sun is going that way. It may go down, which would kind of suck. But, you know, it wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened. Alright, so we run it straight down here. And then this base down here is where the main facility will be. It's going to be multi-level. This should be a very interesting setup. Alright, that's quite a ways down in this crater, but that's okay. Alright, so we're here, and then we'll run it straight out. You know, I almost feel like I want to make it like literally at the lip here instead of above the lip like this. I mean, we could do it and set it up on stilts, which would work really well. And I mean, it would, but sorry, I saw movement up there. I thought maybe there was something coming up on us. And I was like, oh, great. This is what we got going on? But no, actually, I think actually we should not do that. Yeah, I like this. We're going to go... It's going to take us a lot more steel plates to do what I'm thinking, but let's do it. Let's go here, drop it down. And then if we do this, we can use this center part for to do. We'll do this like we'll run it out like this, and actually we don't need to do a full steel plate because what I'm thinking is this lower level can be for like could be the mechanical section where we've got like the things that we need. The other thing is I'm thinking I want to run a power line from the power section up there down to the research facility. So we'll set that post there. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. I got a much better idea here, guys. What I'm thinking is let's use I know it's like I was like only planning to do the salvage on this episode, but man, guys, I got to do some building. Okay, so here we go. Oh, wait, no, let's not do it on that side. We're going to do eye blocks for support beams. I usually like that anyway, but I definitely want to do it for our build here. 100% got to do it. Wait, I'm confused. Why is it red? Oh, okay, because it's already done. All right. I think I-beams are like perfect to show support elements, you know? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, and we're going to put this, and then we're going to, yeah, we'll do it like this. Because we're going to pressurize it, obviously, and we want to be able to have the area set up so that it's for, you know, we want to be able to have it so that we can have our mechanical stuff in here, you see? Perfect. This will show our levels. We got our lower level, and then we have our main level. Research will be out on this side, sleeping and other things right here. So, that being the case, this being research and stuff like that, you know what else I think? I think we're going to do this. We're going to continue this up, this part up, and I think we're going to do, let's see here. Let's do something like this. And we'll go and do the same thing on this side. And the reason why I'm doing this is because even though, you know, this here is that level, I think what I want to do is I want to set this up so that it is, you have the support beams on this side here and on this side here, because I think I don't know, but maybe I'm spitballing here, guys. That maybe this is where we should have the landing platform, because otherwise you're going to have to climb down from there, and it's going to be one heck of a drop down, and it's going to be one hell of a fly over here because it's so wide open. So what I'm thinking is we're going to run the support up here, run this support up here, and this one up here, and then we'll have our platform up here. And we can do, and here's the thing, I want to be able to have the platform in place so that we can be able to get our flyer down here. Now we do need to set up some weapons emplacements along the rim, and we'll set up some definitely some conveyoring to go up there, which is a whole nother build. So this is actually going to turn out to be quite a significant, quite a significant little setup. But I think it's going to look really cool when we get done. And you know, sometimes you just gotta do something really cool, you know? So that's what we're going to do, something really cool. Okay, now let's see. Let's get, and I want to get this in place because we're going to bring our flyer down here full of materials, remember? I also want to be able to get a battery in place so that it can start charging it and it doesn't despawn by accident. Oops. Actually, we got a separate one for that. Okay, did that just get dragged out or did it stay? Okay, it stayed. Good to know. Good to know. We will have to put a gravity generator in here to get Earth normal gravity, I think. But That's all. It's, because I'm just weird that way. I feel like I want to have Earth gravity everywhere. Alright, so we'll take this out one on either side. We don't know, how big a ship we'll have docking here at any point, so we might want to take it out that far. And then down here we're not going to get any sunshine really. Oh, okay. Well, okay, so we're definitely setting the sun. Oh, great. Oh, nuts. All right. Well, that certainly puts a damper on things. Hopefully that does not despawn this when I leave the way, because that would really suck. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, guys. I want to get this set up since the sun has decided to set on the facility before I could get a ship down here. So let's get this in place, and then we're going to fly the ship over here and see how good we are. See how lucky we get. Because, yeah, we don't really have a choice. Yeah, so, yeah, let's do that. Hopefully we have, do we have, yeah, well, let's do it. Alright, ready? Let's go ahead and stockpile all of the hydrogen out of the lower tank. Because, yeah, if this goes sideways, we're going to need it anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully it doesn't take all of it and we get to have a little emergency stash in here, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna... Ah, yes! Brilliant! Phew! Not gonna lie, guys, I was a little nervous about that. Alright, let's go ahead and stockpile off. Okay, let's do it. Thrusters are on. Unlock. And, okay. Let's head over and see what we got. Man, this is really trippy. Man, I can't see squat down here. Wow, there you are, right on the precipice, too. It's like dropping down into the... Okay, good. It didn't disappear. Thank goodness for that. Alright, so, yeah, this is really gonna get crispy. Now we're gonna have to obviously change up these blocks to be heavy armor. And I think the first ones we need to do are those, that landing pad, because that's gonna be the first thing hit if something comes down anyway. It can function as a shield for the entire facility too. Actually, that will help reduce the amount of stuff we got to deal with. But for beginners, for starters, we need to get it in place and... I want to line this up so that all right. Now, we're gonna, what I'd like to do is set up a connector here. We can build everything around it, but we need the connector in place. Now, the question is that right there. How are we gonna do the connector? And I think we're gonna go with an inset box connector. And we're gonna do it like that. And then I think conveyor line to here. Or actually, we just do a conveyor line right across there. Maybe. I like it here. We'll do a conveyor tube. And then right here, we'll angle the conveyor tube down. Or actually, you know what? No. We'll do a, actually we'll do a T conveyor because we'll go down and we can go out. And that can come out and go along there to the sides to go up. And then this one here can convey down. And that connects it with the main superstructure. Alright, cool. Now let's see if we've got enough components to make this thing work. Okay. Yep, I think we do. We'll take that. Take 100 of those. Take those. 100 of that. 100 of that. That should do it. Alright, cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to unlock that. Wow, you really want to lock, don't you? Why are you locking? I thought I set these things to not auto-lock. Yeah, they're not supposed to auto-lock. Oh, yeah, we'll turn that on. Of course. Why are you doing this? Ah, good gravy. And I'm roasting out the the thing here. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we have just successfully burned out these parts because, well, because the thrusters are just like that. They're being thrustery. Okay, no problem. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to probably. I know what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna have to take those, all of those things, and put them on park. Okay, let's put them used for parking. All right, now what we're gonna do, because it wants to be a pain, now we're gonna line this up so that we can actually hook up to this, and then when it'll use my power, to keep some certain things from doing certain things. Now we'll turn that off. Alright, cool. Now the power from the ship is powering the grid because the sun is not up yet. But that's okay, because that thing there is gonna work really well for that. So now, how high up do we have to go if we want to make this a tower where we get always sun? Is there even a possibility of that? No, probably not. Nope, there's always going to be a dark time. Okay, no problem. I mean, we could drill all the way down. I mean, how far is it to the other side? Yeah, that would be a trip, and we still wouldn't be getting much sun. We'd have to go all the way down to here. Yeah, that would be too much. We'll just put extra batteries in place and that'll be fine. And we'll put lots of solar panels up there so that it gets plenty of solar energy, and then we'll be good that way too. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I want to change up a few things. Namely, I want to replace these things with the I want to be able to change these things up and get steel, you know, the heavy duty steel plate in place. So we're going to go ahead and clear these out. Actually, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get all this like out, and I mean, we're locked in place, so I'm not too worried. I should have thought of that before we put this in here, because then it would all be set, but, you know, didn't think about that at the time, so, you know, kind of one of those things. Okay. Get all these, and we'll do the other blocks too, so that it's all heavy steel. And you know what? While we're at it, let's set up heavy steel, but let's do the striped around this part here in like a horseshoe pattern. That way we can, actually no, we don't even need to do horseshoe pattern. We're going to do heavy armor on there, and we'll put, so yeah, let's change up the, we'll do that after we get all these in place, I think. So yeah, I like the idea of doing the heavy armor and having the stripe on it, you know, because, you know, like there we'll have heavy stripes. That one there, I think what we're going to do is we'll use a different angle on that. So we'll go around it like this. Get this heavy armor in place, that way it's protected. And then we're going to go out here. And we'll do another part out, just because you never know what size supply truck what kind of supply vehicle they're going to have. So, you know, they might have a larger vessel come down and dock, and so they want to make sure that they have their capabilities set up. Okay, so there's going to be one around there. No, that's too far. Well, that's weird. Okay, so if we do that, yeah, so we've got to keep this clear here. Okay, now I see where I'm at. I just don't want to change it right away, you see. You know what we could do? Nah. We'll do stripes and then we'll put lights on top of it after we lift it off. Alright, so let's see here. Now let's see about changing our colors. We do that, and then we do the hazard stripes. Okay, let's get that in place. We'll do right here, 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 here. And we're going to put a light on top of those, and we'll have that blink so that it shows this is the landing platform here, and it's going to blink for so you can see where you're landing. The other advantage to the steel plates, the heavy steel plate like that, which actually, you know what? You know what occurs to me? Is that these thrusters really like tear into these things. I wonder if we shouldn't have additional armor plating on top so that it's got like an extra level of protection, or maybe do like actual full-on heavy. We probably should do full-on heavy blocks right in here, because that's where the thrusters are going to land, and maybe it would be cool to have it look like it had been burned already. That might actually look really cool. So let's do that. Let's do heavy steel blocks here, and then we'll do it in this color here, but with battle damage. That way it looks like it's been, you know, scored by constant landings. That would look really cool. So let's do that. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and take these off again. And I'm going to do it on all the way around, including the piece we put on that, because I just think it would look really cool. And also, let's do that too. Make that, no, let's do it. I wanted to make this look scored too. There you go. That's nice. I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the other gray. Where are you at, other gray? There you are. Okay, cool. So that's done, and when we go ahead and weld it all up, it's going to look really cool. So let's go back here and do this part here, that part there, that part there. We're going to go back and do those. Okay, so at this point, I think now is the time where we're going to take these off. Okay. So now we're going to put large steel block up there, large block up there, angle block. We'll put one right here, one right there, here, here, here. Now, the reason why I'm keeping this part clear right here is because this is where you'll come up. I want to have a ladder that comes up and that you can go there. And we'll do a thing here, here, and here. Okay. Now, we'll go. I have a different thing that I want to put in those spots on the side there. So we're going to go ahead and do that here in a second. Right now, I just want to get, let's see, that's a half armor block. I want to get this one here. And we already have this connects to that down there, so we'll get that off of here too. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get this steel block here, heavy armor block there, medium armor block, angle, blah, slope 2 by 1 by 1. Okay, so now we got those in place. We should probably do, it'll look consistent if we do it here. Yeah, I like that. We'll do a consistency type of deal here. And then, well, no, actually I'm not going to do that there. Because I have an idea of a walkway that'll run out to that maybe, or something along those. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll see how it turns out. But these corners here, we definitely have blocks we want to use for that. So let's go ahead and get this block in place right here. That's going to go there. And then we're going to do the same kind of thing on this side here. That way it angles. Looks really sweet that way. I like it. This one here, we're going to do the same thing. I was going to do a weird angle, but I think this will work a lot better. Like that. And I was thinking about making it a sharp edge, but I changed my mind. And the reasoning behind that is because if we leave it clear, we can actually have lighting on here that goes in a... Well, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's set it up like this. Do an edge like this all the way around, or actually, you know what might work? Actually, maybe we will use a light armor block out here, because it's not really that big of a deal. And we'll do that along here on the sides. Like that. We'll leave the ends the way they are. We'll just do it on the sides. And let's do, we're going to really illuminate this, because it's dark down here. Except when the sun's on this side. Alright, perfect. Just like that. And then down here, in our area down here, we're going to go ahead and get our battery in place so that we can feel good about stuff.
Energy low.
Yep, I know. I do really like the warfare batteries. I think they're so cool looking, so that's what we're going to go with. And let's go ahead and get the rest of the components for that. I don't know that we have any large... Yeah, I mean any power cells because we didn't pull any from the other facility, so... let's see here. Oh, we're low on power. Let's go ahead and... This is why I like having these things, guys. I'm serious. Wait a minute. Why am I not getting oxygen? Are the Oh, that's right, because the small oxygen tanks... Yeah, we're still on stockpile. Okay, good. Now I can get my oxygen supplies. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and open up all of our little compartments here, and we'll get as much supplies as we need. We will have to run back to the other for the power cells, I think. Oh, we do have one, but that's for a hydrogen engine, and we're not ready to hook one of those in yet. So, you know what I'm thinking, guys? I'm thinking I feel like we're kind of exposed here, but I think any meteors coming down are going to aim that way. So they're probably going to impact along the back side of this asteroid. But so I think we're going to be okay. Anything that comes over it like that, the GAT should be able to hit it. So I think we're actually in a pretty safe position. But we're definitely going to want to put GAT there, a GAT over there, and then also, or possibly even assault cannons if we really want to arm up. And then up there, we're going to want solar panels, a lot of them, so we can catch as much sun as we can when it comes up. And we're also going to want to have a couple of interior turrets up there so that they can hit any kind of meteors that try to go for the solar panels, I think. Of course, they are a primary target for the enemy, but, you know. Oh, I wonder if we can change this to the research station name. Well, not yet. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get down here and see what we got. Yeah, we need power cells. Alright, so we've got our beacon up there, but I'm thinking let's pull the beacon down here. If we set it up down here... Maybe put the beacon actually... Where do we want to put the beacon at? You know what? Maybe we should put the beacon in here and just put it right along here. I like the round beacons most, but you know what? This might actually be a good idea, and then it's an exact location too. Might be kind of cool. Oh, we need steel plates. Alright. Actually, you know what? Why don't we just go up and just get it? Like, just grab it. Let's drop those in there. Alright, let's go up. Grab the beacon off of here. Although we might put an antenna up here, that would be kind of cool. Alright, beacon goes right here. We'll turn that, we'll do on the steel here, we'll run a I-beam behind it and have it come up onto this. And then we'll run some other stuff is what I'm thinking. You know, run an I-beam straight up here. We'll set up another row of these plates and then we'll run an I-beam up and weld it. I think that'd look really cool. Okay. Perfect. There's our beacon. We stick it right there maybe? Yeah. Although, if we do that, it'll cut into their space. Maybe it might be better if we put it here and have it come out sideways, maybe? Or put it on this end. Actually, maybe on this end, coming that way. Yeah, that might be better. Because this, you know, that is the utility section, so why not put it right here and then angle it down like this? Yeah, okay. I like that. And then that way it's still in the utility. We can keep it separated out. We can have our experiments and stuff like that out here. I like that. Alright, cool. So now we got this in place. Now we need to weld up everything we can and then, you know, build it out more from there. But I'd like to get the battery up and running. So, over to... Where is our... Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's true. We don't have any markers for you anymore, do we? Yeah. In the history of smart things, we don't have a marker for you, so good thing we know about where it is. Okay, where's our power cells? There they are. We're gonna need 80. 72 is not gonna cut it. $82 is fine, but okay, so the other thing we want to do we have an empty one of these? Because if we do, we'll just take it. Well, we don't have an empty one, but we can make it empty. Also, let's see what do we have ammo in these things? Okay, good. At least one has ammo, that's good. Okay, so there we go. We've got a cargo container. Okay, good. Wonder if we shouldn't move the survival kit down there. Might be the smart move, that's for sure. If we do that, nah, this is still defended pretty good. But here's the thing, if we can get a cargo container set up down in there, then we can start transferring a few other things. So, yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna grab a few more of these. We're gonna need a lot of steel plates. We'll grab a few of these, bunch of that. Bunch of that. See, here's the thing, if we load up, it's fine because, you know, we're gonna have plenty of cargo capacity. All right, this is actually working out quite well. I'm very happy with this. And let's see. The other thing I'm gonna do is I am thinking before we go and load those up, I'm going to take some of those plates and I'm going to line up a bunch of these here. I know it seems kind of crazy, but I kind of like this idea. Actually, you know what? New plan. So what I'm thinking, guys, is we set up a... Do I have any girders? No. You know what? We're not going to do that. I'm going to set them up that way, but I want to have a girder down there. Girder framework, and we'll set that up that way. But right now, we need a cargo container, and we're going to put it right here next to this one. That's where that's going to go. Let's see here. We'll put a cargo container on both sides, and we're going to make it a... Actually, no. We'll put a cargo container on this side, and we'll put the batteries going the other way. And let's make this a cargo terminal, because you'll have access to it from inside of the research station. And we'll set up a second one next to it.
Meteor storm inbound.
Yeah. Please do not... Let me... Okay, now we gotta... Where's the meteor storm at? I want to see how this is gonna come down. Where is it? Where is it at? Ah, there they are. See? Yep, I knew it. That's the angle that they're coming down. Right there, yep. That's a sharp angle heading straight into it. Yeah, see, we're far enough down in the hole, I don't... Yeah, see? But it could potentially hit, so that's why we need the guns. Yep. Could, maybe. So we'll see. First order business battery. Oh, what the... Wait, what do you mean 2? Okay, why does things keep disappearing like that? I swear I took 80. It's very annoying. I really thought for sure I took 80. That's very annoying. Okay, this is where we're going to put the survival kit. Because we do have materials for a second survival kit, so let's do it. And then we're going to go back and get our freaking... You know what it is? I selected 2 because I was putting them back, and I put the 80s back instead. Alright, and then let's go ahead and drop these in here. We'll keep the steel plates out. Alright, let's go get our freaking power cells that we were supposed to get, that we put back because, you know, we are having a genius moment that did not work the way we planned it. Okay, let's see, where are you at? You know what? We probably should grab some food too. There you are. Alright, so let's grab that. Let's grab some of those.
Energy low.
We're gonna grab a bunch of stuff. Let's grab all those. We're just gonna start grabbing stuff, making trips, you know how it goes. Alright, let's do that. I know it's doing its refining stuff, but that's fine. Ultimately, I want to transfer all that down to the base here, and then we'll be building on the base. Once the base is done, we'll get some fuel, and then we'll go out and move to the next phase of this series. But right now, I want to get the second survival kit set up so that... Alright, cool. Now we're set up with another survival kit. That's awesome. That's what we want. Another storage? No, we're not going to be able to do that. Now we can get our freaking battery set up, and I can quit feeling paranoid that Clang's gonna steal it from us. Because I do feel that way sometimes. Clang can be
Energy low.
very tricky that way. Alright, let's go ahead and get a... Nope. Let's get... No, I don't want that. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what? I can't have that? No. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so we have to have an algae. An algae farm. Oh man, it's true. Seeds, and spores. No, that's not going to be helpful. Seeds, and spores can go in here. I need that food. I don't need those, so we'll put the seeds, and spores in there. We're also going to put the Prototech machinery and the Prototech frame because we can't really do anything, I don't think, but I'm curious. It would be kind of cool if we could set up a Prototech setup on here for these guys. That'd be kind of cool. God dang it, I'm just not used to that. Alright, let's eat some food here real quick. Alright, nope, can't do that yet. Alright, no problem. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and weld up some of this stuff here real quick. And that uses up a lot of steel plate, which is exactly what I was afraid of. But that's okay. Wow, so we're gonna need to do some serious stuff, guys, because we've got to, we're gonna have to go and let's drop extra tools in here. We're gonna have to run conveyoring up to where the power is because we need to have the, we're gonna need to have the algae farms up here so these scientists have something to eat while the sun's up. So, wow, okay. Well, that's a whole different ball game then. Huh. Maybe, well, we're gonna have to do an arm out to here with 4 algae farms. And then run the solar panels out on it too.
Critical.
Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and, actually energy's critical, but we still want to go get some stuff. So what we're going to do here, for the next couple minutes, we're going to zip up here and grab stuff. Come up with some ideas, do some welding, things like that. Get this, I want to try to get as much transferred over as we can. We're going to have to rebuild a lot of this stuff in here, but that's okay. We're going to be working on the bottom part of it a lot because did we take all of that? Is there no, do we have no more hydrogen? Oh, we just turned it off. Well, why did I do that? That was not the smartest thing I could have done. All right, there we go. Okay. Alright, so that's gonna be good. We'll fly back there, go ahead and give this a good hit. It's gonna take a lot of welding. So much welding, guys. It's just so much. I can't even imagine how bad this would be if I didn't have at least these kind of tools. Okay, so, fun fact. I think I want that to be, I think I want that to be some sort of conveyoring. So let's do a T conveyor like that. And that way we can still have this be a core of steel. I mean, it seems like a waste of steel, but honestly, this is a load-bearing steel element, so don't really want to mess with the load-bearing steel element. Although I'm really thinking that I should make this a light, but no, we're not going to do that. We can always change it later if that's what we want, but... At least we don't have to worry about weather. Alright, let's get that in place. See, that goes really fast, guys. That's the problem. Oh, look. From when we burned the metal away. And just like that, it's all gone. We're going to need a lot of steel to weld that platform up, like lots. That's why we got to find an iron ore location, and whatever ship we put together to leave and go do the other facilities, we need like a big ship that we can have smaller stuff in, because it's gonna take a lot. I mean, it really is. So many of those things. We don't really need all those beacons, honestly, but it might be a good idea. You know what? We're going to want to have a facility built on this one to send probes, because, you know, these guys are going to want to send, like, little drones down. And I thought that'd be kind of cool. So we're going to have, like, a drone launch facility on one side, so they could be able to manufacture and build their little drones. So I was thinking we could do something like that, too. Okay, let's go ahead and just... Nope. Okay, what do we got in here, anyway? Steel and antenna parts. Those damn antenna parts take up so much. They take up so much. Okay. And just like that, we're done. It's both quick and slow at the same time. But that's okay. I like the idea of that steel plating there for protection. It really makes a difference, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and clear out as much of this as possible. We're taking the ore with us because we'll set up a basic refinery down there. That'll be good. And a full assembler. We'll do an industrial grade assembler that way, because I like it. It has a little walkway and stuff in it. I think that would look really cool. But maybe not. I don't know. We are dealing with a smaller location right down here to work with, so maybe that wouldn't be such a good idea. Yeah, probably not. Good. Another facility to stuff stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop all that in there. And do some more welding with my... Actually, I don't know why I'm not getting those things done too. Alright. Yeah, we're leaving that there loaded up because I just feel like when we moved over here, we left this exposed, and I just feel like I want to get it emptied out as soon as possible because I feel like it's going to turn out poorly if we don't. So I'm actually going to start grinding this stuff down too. And I really shouldn't, because there's still fuel left in here. But I'm going to put a, I'm going to put this on here, and then we'll just dock with that to drain that fuel out when the time comes. And that's just the best way to do that, I think. Alright, cool. Now let's get in here and do some grinding. Just kind of change things up a little bit. We'll do a little bit of grinding on here.
Energy
again,
low.
I'm always really hesitant to do this, guys, because I'm always really scared that I'm gonna hit the one that changes it, and I don't want to be the one that hits the one that changes it, and then you get in trouble, you know? Oh, we need to charge up our energy, so we'll go over here and do that. I don't know how much energy is left on that battery in there, actually. Is there a way to see? No, not really. Oh wait, there you go. Oh, that's not so bad. There's at least 2 more blocks, if not more. Actually, I wonder if I can access it since this was... No, I don't think I can. Yep. Nope. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I feel like we need to empty these out and grind them off now. And that'll be the next thing we're going to take care of. Alright, cool. Now this time I do want to go down and do those pipes that come down. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And get some more work done grinding stuff. We need to get some... We need to find a way to make a whole bunch of those grids. Nope. Alright, so be it. Let's see. We're gonna do one of these here. And being that the case, we're also going to put a hydrogen tank on one side. And... Actually, you know what? I wonder, it would work a lot better if we did... What if we did those little tubes all the way down here and put one fan on this side, which would actually be really cool. Yeah, I like that. And then we don't have multiple fans either. I'm thinking for the atmospheric stuff. Yeah, we'll put that there, and then let's run we can run a vent all the way down, like this vent right here. Run a Willis duct here, and then yeah, I like that. Alright, cool. And that'll actually provide plenty. Actually, you know what? If we do this right, we could actually run a Willis duct on either side. That's such a good idea. And vent, vent, vent all the way down. And we could flip it so that the vents are alternating. Yeah, I like this. This is a good idea. So this here is going to be a Willis duct right there. And then we're going to do a Willis duct turn here, a corner. Oh wait, no. We need to make this a three-way actually. A T intersection. So yeah, a T junction. Okay, good, right there. And on this side we'll do a T junction as well. Okay, now we'll go to do, let's see, we need a, oh, hold on. T-junction, we need the ramp. Okay. So the ramp is going to get us to do the flip. So, let's see, we're going to do it there. And we're going to do it here. Right there, okay. And we're going to do another one on this side. And this way we've got flip there, and then Willis duct 2, which has got a vent on the top, as you can see. And that goes there. Then it goes here. There. It was really cool because I got this idea from, believe it or not, I got it from a random encounter, and I thought, wow, What a brilliant way to set this up so that there's something going on all sides. And then we don't need the light, we just need the corner. And the corner seals it off against the concrete, and I mean the steel wall there, and we're good to go. It's going to take a lot of steel tubes, but it's so cool. See? Now this fan will feed air into these, and both those vents will get both floors, and we'll have a fully atmosphered facility that way. And we still have the capability to get around with the other, so that works out nicely. Alright, what do we got left in here? Oh, yeah, okay. Let's dump this stuff in here and go up top and weld a bunch of stuff. And it'll give our backpack a chance to recover. See, once we get the grids, we'll be good to go. Alright, ready, set, off we go again. Alright, let's get up and over the top here, guys. Alright. We'll grab a couple more loads of stuff. Alright, let's grab... Wow. Do I want to do it that way? Or maybe we'll go this one. Yeah, we'll take this one. Alright, and while we're at it... Always worried that I'm gonna take something off and I'm gonna get myself into a bad space. But nope, didn't work out that way, so that's okay. Alright, let's take those, because we're gonna need those for the Willis ducks. You just keep welding on stuff, see how it goes, weld more stuff, see how it goes, you know how it is. Alright, let's go ahead and get this in place. Get a little bit more on there. A little more on there too. Alright, now we're going to do some welding on the Willis ducts here. Okay, so that takes care of that. Go up here, give that a good dose. Okay, what do we got left? Well, just some magnesium and oh, we got some grids. Now, I'm not going to put those up topside yet because we need those for building things, not making armor. Alright, that's it on that. So, let's see. Just 1 second, guys.
Energy low.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get a recharge, and here we go again, guys. back up to get more materials. Make another couple. I figure we'll make another trip, and I think that's going to wrap up this episode. Next episode, we'll be doing the rest of the pulling this stuff out of here, and also the rest of the build. Get some more stuff built. I think I'm going to grab this. And actually, you know what? We're just going to clear out that much. Alright. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and run this down here. Then we're going to camp out in the cockpit down here since we still do not have a place to actually rest and recover, which is another reason why it's so important that we get this research station built up so we have, you know, some facilities. You kind of don't want to spend your whole life inside of this spacesuit, you know. Okay, what do we got here? And we're going to just go ahead. Okay, and then we zip up here and do the line down. And there we go. Just down to the pipes, and that's it. So let's go ahead and put those pipes down here. We're going to load those in there, and then we're going to go and head on up to the cockpit where we've been sleeping for the past few days. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me on the Space Engineers Interstellar Research Acquisitions. It was a huge episode, you guys. I'm so excited that we were able to get this good signal and be able to do this extra large episode, get our salvage done, get it all transferred over as much as possible, survived it, ran into more pirate locations, and hey, we got the beginnings of our first research station set up. Join me again on the next one, guys. You know the deal. Like and subscribe. The system likes that sort of thing. Lets me know that you like what you're seeing. And if you have any questions or you have any suggestions or just some ideas, hit me up in the comments. There's a whole lot more to come, guys. We got a huge series going on with this. A whole bunch of stuff. We got more research facilities to set up. We've got pirate problems. We got Charybdis constantly trying to eat us. So, a whole lot more, guys. And I'll see you again next time.